All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, teaching us this truth. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. Going into the mark of the beast, man, the chip. And I just want to go at this from the standpoint of the in the ancient times, we dealt with what's called an all in the Bible, which represents the ultimate servitude. You know, and I'm gonna get into it, but because when a servant decided that he wanted to remain in the house of his master, he had an awl put in his ear, man. Which is a piercing, man. Which represented the fact that servant chose to remain in that household under servitude of that particular master, which I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures going into that. And now, of course, that's what's going to happen, because in these times, that same all in the ancient in these times is representative of the RFID microchip, man. Which is the mark of the beast. And of course, we also know that also along with that ultimate servitude that represents, it also represents the fact that you Jakes, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negroid descent, being married to the Lord, because pursuant to Jeremiah 3, the third chapter, we're married unto the Lord, man. The nation of Israel, of course, pursuant to Jeremiah, the sixth chapter, in verse 2, is likened to a comely and delicate woman. And the Lord is, you're married unto the Lord, man. So if a woman steps out and commits to another man, what is that considered in the scriptures? It's considered to be adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? And adultery is a sin unto death. As a matter of fact, really quick, let me grab this real quick, because this is what 230 you Jakes have been doing, and you're going to do it again in these times, because you're going to receive this devil's mark. This is Proverbs 6 and verse 32, and it reads, because that's adultery, man. But whoso, and before I get into this, during the time of Moses, Moses, we made a covenant with the Lord, man, and Moses sprinkled that blood on the congregation, man, represented that bond, that covenant between him and his people, man. Which is in these times what representative of when a man, if he's got a virgin and he has sex with that woman, he's gonna cut the hymen, when he enters her, and she's gonna bleed, man. And that's that same representation, that blood, man. That's why it's so important, as far as the story of Joseph and Mary, of understanding what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Joseph knew that if he didn't put Mary away privately or privily, that she would have been in danger of getting put to death, because Joseph had already had sex with her, and that particular event would not have occurred, man. When those sheets of those tokens of virginity, those white sheets that should have been bloody, wouldn't have been bloody, because of her being a virgin, him entering and cutting the hymen, and her bleeding, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's that same representation of Moses sprinkling that blood during the time of when he sprinkled the blood on the congregation of Israel. That covenant, that's a sacred covenant between a man and a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? So when that woman steps out, what's going to happen? That man is going to get enraged, man. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul, man. And there's a perfect example of this particular thing. There's a movie called The Adulterers. It came out back, I believe, around 2012, like a few years back. I can't remember exactly the year, but you can look it up. The Adulterers. And this, I remember watching that movie not too long ago, as a matter of fact, a few months back maybe, and I was reading Proverbs 6, and it was perfectly lining up with that movie. Like, I was tripping out, man. I was like, boy, this is exactly what that is talked about, man. So because that guy came in and caught that Jake, having sex with his woman, and which that Jake, that's what this is talking about. He that could, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. Jake didn't have that understanding. You know what I'm saying? So don't go after another man's woman, man. It's a sin unto death, man. And you got to understand that sin unto death could be immediate because that man may walk in and catch you and put everybody to death, or it could be, hey, the Lord, man, you know. But which that is the Lord if it happens in that way, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Verse 33, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay with you, man. For jealousy is the rage of a man. There it is. Jealousy is the rage of a man. And 2/3 of you Jakes are going to have that jealousy, that rage of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, whom is a man, pursuant to Exodus 15:3, man. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, man. You know what I'm saying? So jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. So, hey, man, the Lord ain't gonna spare, man. You know, just like that jealous man that catches his woman in the act of adultery, he's not gonna spare, man. You know, hey, you can lose your life, man. Just like in that movie, he came in blasting, man. You know, the Lord gonna come in blasting. You know, that vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, because the Jake, he was trying to ransom. He was trying to offer him money and different things and, you know, gifts, you know, but the old dude, he wasn't trying to hear it, man. You know, and y'all gonna do the same thing. You 2/3, man. You're gonna reach out, you're gonna cry out to the Lord, and the Lord ain't gonna hear you, man. He don't want your ransoms. He don't want your gifts and your during that time. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to get it right now, man. You know, while that you know, this time of repentance, while the doors of repentance are still open, man, this grace period. Neither will he rest content though thou givest many gifts. There it is, man. So you can offer all you want during that time. The Lord is going to put you to death. But that the representation of the all during that time is the same representation of the chip, the RFID microchip in these times, man. It's a carnal mark from a carnal man. You know, you got groups out here that's talking about it's a spiritual mark. Then you got some groups out here talking about it's John 3:16, Christianity, embargoes, just all kind of madness, man. When all you got to do is go into the words and it tells you what's what, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into this real quick. You know, I don't want to make this too long and drawn out. You know, and let's get to it, man. So the all. And the ancients is the same representation of the chip in these times, man. You know, you're basically making an allegiance with Esau and aligning yourself with Esau to be the ultimate servant to Esau, which that's you Jakes, man. You're supposed to give that to the Lord, man. You know, so. This is Exodus chapter 21. I'm gonna start at verse 5, because when you read down, it's going into that, going into a Hebrew servant, you know. So I'm gonna drop down to verse 5, and it reads, it's Exodus 21:5, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, which is 2/3 of you Jakes are gonna do. You know, y'all love Esau. You love your master, man. My wife, because you gained a family here, and my children. I will not go out free, you know, because after that period, he's supposed to be released and the servant can go free. But in this case, the servant doesn't want to go free. It says, verse 6, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. You know, which is what you 2/3 plan to try to do, man. You're going to align and make your allegiance with Esau. You're going to take his mark, that spirit, which is not a spiritual mark, it's a carnal mark, you know, in these times, that all, man, you know what I'm saying? That ultimate servitude unto this double, man. You know what I'm saying? And 2/3, and that's exactly why 2/3 is prophesied to die pursuant to Zechariah the 13th chapter in verse 8, man. The Lord is going to put you to death, man. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to pledge that allegiance to be the ultimate of ultimate servitude to Esau, man, instead of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, who is your true master, man. This devil, this nigga is just a freaking devil that got a blessing, man, a temporary blessing, man, you know, and you went off, so the Lord had to punish you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, this dude ain't nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? He's being brought down right before your eyes as we speak, man. you know, to nothing, man, to the very bottom. That's where he's going, man. You know, this nigga is gonna be beneath everything, you know. So this dude ain't nobody, but you 2/3 you're gonna pledge your allegiance and that ultimate servitude to Esau, man. You know, and the Lord is gonna get you. I'm gonna get another real quick in Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 16, I believe. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 16, and it reads, and it shall be, he's going into that same servant, man. Deuteronomy 15 and 16, and it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee. So you 2/3, you love Esau, you love the oppressor, man, which the scriptures tell you, envy not the oppressor, and never trust thine enemy, man. You know, but y'all have attached yourselves to Esau in this current system, society, kingdom setup, you know, and you're gonna go down with it. But it says, and it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee, and thine house, because he is well with thee. The Esau and gave you a few benefits. You know what I'm saying? You know, and now you think this devil is not the devil, man. You know, reminds me of that character that Samuel L. Jackson played in that movie, the Django, with Jamie Foxx, man. You know, just a damn house nigga. Verse 17, when thou shalt take an awl, there it is, that awl, and thrust it through his ear. Boom. That piercing, that thrusting into the flesh, man. The same thing that the RFID microchip, they're going to do with the chip, man. It's going to pierce your skin, man. Showing that allegiance, man. Showing that, hey, I have this mark. That was the mark back then. I have this mark, and I belong to him. That's what 2/3 is going to do in these times. And he shall be, Salakia, take the awl, thrust it through his ear into the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And also unto thy maid servant thou shalt do likewise. So that piercing, that awl through the ear. As a matter of fact, let me get into this word real quick. I'm going to go into this word awl. Let me see, awl right here. And it says it right there, awl, boring instrument. So it's an instrument that bores, man. You know, when you go down to the definition right there, the Strong's definition, it says an awl, AWL, awl. So we're going to look. As a matter of fact, let me real quick. Let me go here. Because when you look it up when you Google it, you put it in as AWL. But there it is right there. Images of an awl. And, you know, you see it right there, man. You know, that's something that pierces, man. Just look at that, man. You know. So they use these to pierce the ears of the servants, man. This is an awl right here in the scriptures. So, you know, that's the same thing. Now, hold on one sec. Let me go here real quick. Let's see what we get with that. Okay, I typed in images of the RFID chip, and boom, you see that right there? See that right there in the middle of the page right here? This little white. That's the modern day awl right there. I'm gonna push it over a little bit. Right there to the left, probably the right of your screen, to the left of mine. To me, it's my left. You know, it may be to the left of your screen as well. But with the little white instrument with the little blue piece at the top, that's the modern day awl, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the modern day piercer. You know, that's what's going to do that piercing or that boring into your flesh, which is going to put that chip in you, you know, which is going to, make you the ultimate servant of Esau, man. And of course, there's some images of the chip, you know what I'm saying, that he's going to put in you, which is, I'm going to bring that out. We're going to go into that as well, going into that chip, man. But there's an image of it right there, right there at the top of your screen to the right there, that little same white device with that palisade, that pail, that stake, You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, hold on, let me see. There is one in the middle, right there in the middle of the screen. It's blue. That one's blue, you know, and that's what it does. There is one right there to the right of the screen, and that Edomite's hand right there. That's the modern day all, man. So let's which is again this in the ancient times, you know. This is the all that bore the ear of the servant or the Hebrew slaves back then. That's what's going to bore you Hebrew slaves in these times, you servants in these times, you 2/3, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go back here real quick and let's go. Okay, so it says all boring instrument. Click on this real quick, and there it is right there. It says to bore, pierce. There it is. That's the word, pierce. When you go down to the strong definition, to pierce, bore. There it is right there. So to pierce, man, to pierce that skin, man, you know, that's what it's talking about. So the image of the all is the same representation of the image of the microchip, man. You know, there's no difference, man. You know, it's that, and it represents that ultimate servitude to Esau, man. You know, so this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead." You know, and that mark, let's go into that real quick. We already know that's charagma. But hey, you got some cats out here, man. They just can't get it, man. You know. So there it is, right there, charagma. Let's go into it real quick, and it says, a stamp, an imprinted mark, a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which is this is the Antichrist system. This whole setup and system is Antichrist, man, anti-Messiah, anti-Mashiachim, or anti-Mashiach. The mark branded upon horses, idolatrous images. Let's see, the Strong's definition, an etching stamp, as there it is, as a badge of servitude. There it is, right there. That's what I was looking for, right there. Let me scroll that up. As a badge of servitude. So you taking this devil's mark, which is as a matter of fact, let me go here. It's going to be a badge of servitude. Let me go another one right here. There it is, a pale or stake, palisade. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Let's go into a word search real quick. Let's get some images. What the heck is that? Not pale skin. I wanted the pale. The steak. Maybe I should have got steak. Hold on one sec. You're gonna pull up meat. You're gonna pull up a steak. There you go. All right. There we go. That's what I'm looking. Oh, I did pull up some meat though. But yeah, right here, a steak. You know, right there. You know, those are stakes, pales, palisades. Those right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and what do you do with those, man? Of course, if you have a tent, you know, or whatever, you're going to use the pale or palisades, the stakes, and it pierces the ground, the earth, the soil, that you can nail it into that soil and pierce that soil to hold, you know, to keep your tent stretched out and put up, man. You know what I'm saying? To stretch that tent out and put it up, but it represents that piercing, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's go back now. So it means to pierce. Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls it all, and that means everybody, man, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That's that piercing, man. You know, that palisade, that stake, you know, that modern day all, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which is the RFID microchip. and that no man might buy or sell, which that cuts it being 3 John 3:16 or Christianity or come on, man. That don't even make no sense. That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. You're going to have that badge of servitude. Yes, he has bowed down. Esau, Mr. Esau is what you're going to call his ass. Yes, master. Mr. Esau, I have bowed down to you. Then he'll allow you to conduct business as usual. That's what it's going into. That's not John 3:16. That's not Christianity. It's not an embargo. Come on, man. But reading on, man. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which we know that representation, Salakia, is of Esau, man, in this beast system. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the beasts represent NATO. The horns is the EU, and the whore that rides upon the beast is America, man. This is his setup, his system, his society, his kingdom. So. And so that represents Esau. But there's a particular man, it says that it's the number of his name, man. There's a particular man that goes into. And that name, and that man's name is George Joseph Laurer. I'm gonna get that real quick. George Joseph Laurer. That's this dude right here, man. This Edomite right here. Go over here real quick. It says George Joseph Laurer. And when you go into his name, George, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Joseph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Laurer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. So George Joseph Laurer, 666, the number of a man. The third was a North American engineer. So he was the chief engineer for IBM at Research Triangle Park in North Carolina. This guy is the one who developed, there it is right there, the patents for developed the Universal Product Code in the early 1970s. So this guy is the one who came up with the barcode, man. This devil right here that you see on your screen right here. As a matter of fact, let me go back to images real quick. So this dude right here with the glasses on, that's the dude that came up with that technology. You know what I'm saying? For the barcode, man. Because they dealt in centric circles prior to that, and it processed information and data too slowly, and they needed something that was faster, quicker. So he came up with which that 666, which represents his name, which represents this Esau in this society, this system, is in every barcode, man. So this devil is who that's talking about when it says the number of in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, which is 666, for it is the number of a man, Esau. And his number is 603 and that's why sixes are everywhere. 6 foot social distancing. Everything is sixes. If you notice back in that video during the time of George Floyd, that trash can where the event happened, it had a 6 on it, man. And if you just pay attention to just everything, it's in everything. Disney, 666, and all their little logos and it's just, this man his number is 6, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's 666. But the number of his name, because it's George Joseph Laurer who came up with that technology, man, which is going to be that's the technology used in the RFID microchip, man. So if you and 2/3 of you Jakes are going to take that mark, man, which is that ultimate servitude. And in the very next chapter, the Lord tells you what's going to happen to you when you do it. This is Revelations 14 and beginning at verse 9. It reads, And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, which is that ancient all, in these times the modern day all, the microchip, receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, man. So that fire, man, that thermonuclear destruction is going to catch you, man. You know, you're going to get caught up in that. You know, so 2/3 of you, Jake, as a matter of fact, let me just get that real quick, man, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel is prophesied to die, man. And you're going to, and it's prophesied that way because 2/3 we already know is going to take that mark, man. You know, this is Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is America, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that 2 parts is the majority of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, man. You already prophesied to die, man. You know, because you're not going to receive this knowledge, man. As a matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. You know, of course, Romans the 10th chapter goes into how the nation of Israel has a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Well, Hosea broke it down. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know, because the knowledge is being put out here, but you're not receiving it, man. You want to talk trash when we tell you these things, man. We're bringing all this stuff out, showing you these things, and you want to talk trash and you know, not believe. Well, it's prophesied that you were going to do so. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, which is what 2/3 is going to do. That's why we just read of your destruction in Zechariah 13:8. I will also reject thee. So the Lord is going to reject you, man. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. And that's why y'all doing everything you want to do, any and everything you want to do. You know, eating pork, getting edge ups and lineups. You know, you women cutting your hair off. You know, you men letting it grow long and getting what are that matted up crap? Those not the braids, but the dreads, man, dreadlocks. That's not what Israel does, man. You know, committing adultery, killing each other, just everything that the Lord tells you not to do, man. You know, thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. So, hey, man, y'all are through, man. You know, the Lord is going to get you. You're going to get your kids and everything else, man. You know, it's going to get caught up in it. So, hey, I just wanted to go through really quick how, you know, the all from the ancient all, what is that same representation of the modern day chip, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a mark of that pledge of ultimate servitude to Esau instead of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And 2/3 is prophesied that you're going to take it, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take that mark. You're going to take Esau's carnal mark, and the Lord is going to put you to death by fire without mixture, man. Revelations 14 that I just brought out. So, hey, hopefully, you know, that made sense, and hopefully it was edifying to the hopeful elect, which I hope to be a part of. I brought to Baba Kashah. Now, with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadat, Shalom.